Welcome back to the channel. It's another beautiful day here in the Ozarks. Well, I was recently contacted by one of my subscribers. They said there was one thing that was missing around the homestead. So that got my attention. What they said I needed was a yard silhouette, and that they were willing to help cover the cost with that. I gave them my post office box number, and lo and behold, this package has showed up today. I think this is just as good a time as any to get this project started. Now, this subscriber has asked me to keep their name anonymous, but you know who you are, and I'd like to thank you so much for this. So this package came from the Winfield collection. I'll have to admit, out of all the yard silhouettes available on the market, I think this one is the best fitting for my homestead. So it looks like I have a paper template and what they're calling a sheet of transfer paper. I'll see if I can't locate some plywood for this, and then we'll get started. I just happen to have a few sheets of some really thin plywood sheathing. I'll use this for the project today. Hopefully the wind will cooperate long enough for me to get this transfer paper and pattern attached to the plywood. I do have some thumbtacks. If these don't work, I'll break out the stapler. This transfer paper is so thin that the staples, or the thumbtacks, excuse me, tearing right through it. to leave this here for just a minute and run down, get a stapler, and secure it a little more permanently. I want to try and do as little damage as possible to this tracing paper and paper template. That way, if I want to recreate this again in the future, I'll have the equipment to do so. Alright, hopefully that'll hold it in place. I'll start trying to trace this out. Well, I felt like that went fairly well. We'll soon see how I did. Plywood is really rough, so it's kind of hard to stay on the lines, but as a kid I never could color inside the lines anyway, so I guess it'll do. Well, let's go ahead and get this tracing paper and template removed. I can definitely see the lines well enough to cut this out. Alright, let's get to work. So you're probably thinking this is going to take a while to cut out with this bow saw. You're probably right. Probably impossible. That's why I brought these. I'm going to start by cutting the excess wood off. I also brought one of these. I'll work on this for a little bit, then I'll catch back up with you. Anybody care to take a guess at what this is? If you said pig, you're wrong. If you said a squirrel, you need some better glasses. It's starting to cloud up a little bit. I don't know if it's supposed to rain today or not, but anyway, at some point my camera battery died, so I wasn't able to show me finish cutting out that template and putting a quick coat of black paint on it. I apologize. So while my batteries were charging, I went ahead and cut a few stakes out of some scrap wood so I can drive them in the ground and attach my silhouette to. So I found what I think is a pretty good place to put this template. It's halfway between the house and the pig pen, so if any rednecks come driving by, want to take a pop shot at it, the bullet's got to go out in the woods and not towards anything important. Now let me grab those stakes and start driving them in the ground. So there's my bear silhouette project. Thank you to the subscriber who helped make this possible. This ought to be good for a lot of laughs in the future. If you have any ideas of what you'd like to see on my next video, leave me a comment down below. I'll catch you next time here at It'll Do Homestead. Good night, everybody. It's a bear, Ma. Get the gun. Get the gun.